say it? So we're literally like, she's like, well, how do you say it? You're saying it wrong. I'm like, I don't know. Are you saying it right? So we're like literally going back and forth. So you cause us to right.
Yeah, most people usually do like pop tropical.
Pop tropical.
Yeah, but you know.
All right, hello everybody. We've got, how do you say your guys' name, honestly? That's what I want to know, because I was like, I told my wife, this morning, I was like, what are you going to say? I was like, well, I said it, and she was like, what? I was like, I don't know how to say it, so how do you say the name?
Poptropicaslutz.
Poptropicaslutz. Sluts. Okay, so I gotta ask, you know, everybody asks that. Yeah. Where Poptropica, just go ahead, tell me where you got this.
So there's this game that people like, are both born in 2001, but there's this game that people like in our like general like age range, like Gen Z, used to play at school because it was the only game that wasn't banned on school computers besides like Cool Math or whatever.
Okay.
It was called Poptropica, and like the guy, you know, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, those books.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, so the guy that made that book or wrote that book also made that game.
Oh.
So it was like a school friendly game, and it's just like a fun memory, and then we decided to like make it dirty.
Make it dirty? Yeah, okay. What does the next look like?
You know, it's funny you said when's like the timeline or whatever, because on the last song, the title track of the album, I actually say something about that specifically, because there's this, I was at this like bar, this girl asked me that same question, and I don't know, I think I was on one that day, and I kind of like took it offensively. Like that, I was like, I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm not racing against the hourglass or like the clock. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold on. You said you were on one that day. Walk me through the. I want you to fast forward that.
It's kind of just like, I mean, like I'm at a bar, so like I drank a couple of drinks. I wasn't like aggressive about it, but I was like I drank a couple of drinks, and then I'm just like it's the end of like the bar, so the bar's closing, and like I'm just having this conversation, and she was kind of just like, so like how long do you give it to like you give up, assuming that like I'm going to give up, and then I was like, I'm not gonna give up. Like also like the fact that like I don't know, someone not being where I want to be to where someone has to ask me if I'm gonna give up or if there's like a time where I'm gonna give up kind of just made me be like, okay, wow, like that put a lot into perspective and like what I am doing versus like what I'm not doing to propel myself to where I want to be. But I think the general goal for both of us is being the biggest thing on the planet. We want to be like the biggest thing we could possibly be.
It's always been the ultimate goal. Like we always say, like people are like, "What's your goal?" And we're like, "Be the biggest thing on earth," and that's like kind of like a big part of the goal. But I think like it's always really been like, especially once we saw our music actually like connect and we actually started getting a fan base, it was like, let's make an impact. Like it'd be really cool if we could make a big impact to be one of those artists that like people talk about you for like years down the line. And like when we dropped our first album, like so many people got it tattooed, and I remember being like, because this happened for other artists. We had like 6,000 followers on Instagram, and there were all these people getting like, we had like the theme behind our first album was called Just in Case the World Ends, and the whole concept was like, it was during COVID and we didn't know what was gonna happen, and we were like, well, in case the world ends, let's get out this body of work that like shows people what we want to show them. And the cover art was like 3 pigs flying above like a desolate city, and it was supposed to symbolize obviously the saying when pigs fly, like you'll make it when pigs fly. So a bunch, dude, there's so many people that got those pigs tattooed on them. Like
check that out. Okay.
It's like our like, it's kind of like our mascot. So like the pig is like just represents like doing the impossible. And so when people ask us that shit, it's just like, I mean, it might be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be next year, it might be 5 years, 10 years, but like just like it will happen. And I feel like if you don't quit, like
we had like a mission too.
Oh shit, that's like, damn, that's gonna stick. I'm not gonna. That's gonna stick with me. Seriously, like that's gonna I think it'll stick with him too.
Absolutely.
Like that's wow. That's what was it like when you had that first hot chick come up to you and be like, oh my god, I love Whispers. Now, what was that like? I don't care what this is the hottest shit.
No, that's a great question because it's definitely true. It's like, it almost like it's this weird like feeling of like, yo, I'm like, God.
I feel like God.
There was this one show, like, I'm not gonna say what show because I don't know if the person knows what it is, but like someone DM'd us and they're like, I can't wait to come to your show tonight, blah blah, and we were all sitting there in the room and I was like, yo, look at this girl, and everyone was like, what the fuck? That's the hottest girl I've ever seen. I was like, yo, that's fire, like just come to our show. But nah, yeah, I mean, it's weird because you don't want to like if someone's obsessed with you and they're like a fan to the point that they're obsessed with you, that's like a really slippery slope. Yeah. But if it's just like a hot girl that really fucks with your music and it could turn into like you guys like talking and they're chilling, they're normal, like that's completely fine, and it's super lit when that happens. But yeah, you gotta be careful because some people are like, I wanna be you. Like,
that's how you
that's how you end up
soul bond with you.
That's how you end up like
Yeah.
fucking dead.
Yeah,
like,
drunk.
So girls, if you're gonna approach them, don't be crazy and stalker. Just be chill, cause I don't want these.
yeah, at least pretend you're not obsessed, and then I can find out later.
Yes. When you first told your parents the name, how did both your moms react with the name?
You see, honestly, it wasn't like a crazy reaction. It was kind of just like, okay, like you know, like it's 'cause, I mean, before this, we were Young Croft and Lil Jonto, and like, I mean, those were like alright names, but like we kind of like, and then I feel like when the Poptropicaslutz thing kind of like came about, I feel like they didn't really have much of a reaction. Like at least my family didn't. But they thought it was like cool. It's like it's like.
I think they were, my parents were like, that's like hard, that's like too hard to pronounce. And I was just like, our parents always like thought that we were really good.
Yeah.
So like my parents always knew that I had the ability to write music. So I feel like when I like started doing it for real, they were like, all right, like I trust you, like do it.
You started the band, was it COVID 2020? Am I wrong? The internet's never right or wrong, so I try to never always right. So 2020, you started COVID. Give it to me.
Okay, so pretty much.
Don't give me I want you to give me the real slutty, the name's Slut, so let's just be honest. Give me the real version on how it came and how it,
It's so like anticlimactic
Yeah.
to like what the name sounds like.
Yeah.
Because it really didn't come about in like a really like intentional way.
Okay.
Like we were sitting in the back of his car. That was like when we could only,
Yeah.
or he was in the front seat, I was in the back seat. We were with another friend.
Yeah.
And that was like in the part of COVID where like people were still like quarantining and like you weren't allowed to like see people. So all we would do is like go hang out in a parking lot and we were just like listen to beats and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have a name, like you said, like we were Lil Jonto and Young Crawford.
And like that was like getting phased out. Like that wasn't cool anymore.
Yeah, we were like, we can't do that. Like that's like just too
I
generic.
like that. Yeah, a little bit. I like that. Already, I'm loving that.
And then we didn't have a name, and we were like, yo, if we're gonna make music together, we need like a duo name.
Cool, like, yeah.
And I just said, yo, what about Poptropicaslutz? It like came into my head. Like I have no clue why. I have no explanation for why I thought of it. But he was like, word.
Cause like that's like my response to most things, just like word. But like fucking, I was like, I mean, but it's good, it's cool. It sounds like it'll stick out.
Yeah.
People will like see it, never forget they saw it.
Okay.
And then it's kind of crazy because Poptropica actually commented, like the game commented on one of our TikToks that they love us, which is crazy. So pretty much no threats have been like posed by us being Poptropica.
Oh, damn, okay.
Even though some people think it's the worst name of all time, but also some people think it's the best name of all time.
You guys, am I right? You guys are going on tour?
We have a show in New York coming up.
Okay, yeah, New York in June, right?
Yeah.
So first tour, cause you're doing a few shows. I thought I had in my notes on my phone.
Yeah.
It's one show, but there's stuff unannounced that we're planning to do a couple more.
Okay, in New York or
One in New York, and then we're probably gonna hit LA, and then
Maybe
we might have some
Atlanta.
Europe dates soon.
Yeah.
Europe. Oh shit. Okay. Oh damn. How you guys? I mean, that's kind of you guys. Just doing this, just doing that. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty cool though.
Honestly, going to Europe is awesome. Like we played London 2 nights in a row, sold out last year about around this time, and it was the craziest thing ever. There's kids that are coming from Spain. There's like kids that like got like our new album, some of the lyrics tattooed on them. They came to the first show, but then they also had tickets to the second show. They got the lyrics tattooed on them after the first show, and then they had the fresh tattoo on the second show.
So London, you showed. That's like venue. Like how big was the venue?
It was like what, like 100?
It's like 150 cap.
Yeah,
And
But
it
we
was
sold it out in one day, so that was like
we sold out both nights in like a day. Or we sold out the first night one day, then we added a second night, and then sold that out.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was super sick because like we've been playing shows for like the past like 4 years, so we were kind of like
Yeah.
like we're used to it at this point. It was really crazy at first, like seeing people like come see us in real life and like they know the words to the songs, but going to London and seeing a different
Yeah,
country
that's right.
and they're coming from other countries. Like a lot of people there weren't even from London. Like they're coming, like you said, from
Yeah.
they were like
Spain,
we came from
like,
Spain to
yeah,
see our
crazy.
favorite album. Like I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like
This is crazy.
that's really like just like, and then we had an after party, and I got to hear like a little bit of like the stories from everybody about like why they like us so much, and it was kind of like feeding the ego because they're
Yeah.
telling me what I think about myself. They're
Right,
like,
yeah.
you remind me of like Uzi mixed with like Fall Out Boy if they like, but like just like all the influences we have, like it's cool to see that people can like gather that from listening to us, because sometimes you're like, well, I think this, but does anyone else think this? So it's cool to kind of have like, I guess like your self-worth affirmed by other people.
Yeah, also especially in like a different country, because it's like I can like barely understand what this like Italian kid's trying to tell me about me, but he understands me so much, or I mean
And
so
he
much to him.
understands the music, even if he like doesn't to speak
Right?
English. So
Yeah, it's like the craziest thing ever, but I don't know, it's crazy to like realize that like what you did like escapes just like your bedroom or your town or like your city, and it got to like across the ocean somehow, but through the internet, and then like there's these kids that like don't even speak the same language of your music, but like it makes them feel something like the universal language or something. Like crazy.
it'd be hilarious if after saying all this shit, we like play him the music and he's like, yo, this is dog shit. How did anybody
This is like dog shit.
Like, yo, this-
Everybody, this is terrible. I'm just telling you right now.
I'm just talking stuff.
Super bad.
I know that's just the way cause it's time you try
The first 34 seconds?
The first, I gotta be honest, the first part of it, I didn't know what to think at first.
Yeah.
I was
Like the
yeah, I was like, oh man.
yeah, or,
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to be honest, tell these guys what's going on. Then as something kicked in, I was like, oh okay, this is like you said, but you said that right? It's like you didn't think it was gonna be that good, or not good, but you didn't think it would because of how you guys are in the name. You're like, wait, what do I expect? So I went into it like, okay, and then I heard the first part, like, wait, and then it comes in, you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, this is like, so yes, I say that was, that's the thing I could vibe to. I could work out to that.
and also I think like the hook is the part that everyone knows because of TikTok or whatever, but the best part are the verses. Our verses are like the best part of our music.
Okay, give me a verse.
baby, I can make you high, make you hit, I can make you high. I like the way you drive, like it when it comes outside. You're so mercy, like you're all moving fast. How much love, tell me stop and tell me go. You get your drop to catch your show. You keep on
Okay, who's that?
That's me.
That's fresh.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Like that's man. So okay, so the beat, who did that?
So it was our homie Aldridge, his name is Sam.
Okay.
He did like the bones of the beat and like the general skeleton of the production, and then we took it to our other homie, Code Blooded, who Joey, who like makes it sound like super huge and everything.
Okay.
And then he kind of like did some additional production and like synths and stuff, but the main production came from Aldridge.
Oh, okay, that's fresh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was I definitely thought it was gonna be like you guys have seen the TikTok. It's some of the shit I hear. Like you said, the dumb shit. See, I'm glad you changed the name from Lil because this is not a Lil type thing. This is like okay, this is like an actual artist. He's an artist to me. That Lil shit is bullshit. Lil name. That's like this is artist. This is an artist type thing. Okay, so I want to hear him. I want to hear his verse. So when do I hear your verse? I heard some shit.
after so his verse is about to end, and then there's another chorus, and then it's mine.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's-
I'll just skip to it.
Yeah.
That was dope, right?
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, seriously, I always say, because as you know, I'll just say, oh, my boy's name, that was awesome. Seriously, that was like, you guys definitely work really good together. Yeah, okay, holy shit. That was like, are some artists, that's like artist shit. Like I said, I thought I was gonna hear like this shit, dog shit I hear that you heard on TikTok, and I'm just like, well, what are people listening to right now? It's about face tattoos and can't even speak because you're drinking lean.
See, that's the thing about that's like my whole perspective on music too. Is I
If
think
we said like our opinions, like people
would hate us
that because it's like old headed type opinions,
yeah,
but
it's like Tyler the Creator opinions. You know what
we
I mean?
like pride ourselves on like when we first started, like our whole thing was like we want to make music that you could show your grandma, and she's like, oh, like she can like dance around to it and not be like having a fucking seizure because she's like, what is this?
It's like we want to make universally good music, like music that would be good today, tomorrow, and 20 years from now, so be good.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Because that's the only way you're gonna last. Because like nowadays, like you can become famous, you can get a deal by making like these like the songs that you were talking about, like, and then you're gone in like a year because you're kind of riding on like a trend or
Yeah.
like a fad or something. And then also like a lot of times like their music, like, I mean music nowadays specifically doesn't even like mean anything,
No.
or there's no like thought going behind the music. It's just kind of like they're just doing it to do it, which is like not to be like that like old head, but like I think you should care about what you do. And you should put genuine effort into what you do.
I agree.
Like, and the fact that that kind of makes you like pretentious or like an old head is like kind of crazy. But like,
Yeah, I agree nowadays.
it's, like, it's kind of ridiculous. But
I agree. Yeah, no, what you guys are doing, like honestly, I see why honestly people are flying from other countries to come see you. You know, because you definitely honestly, it's like a Coldplay vibe. It's like that first part, like I don't think, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I'm feeling good. And sometimes I might feel like down, and then the same song is like these waves. Like honestly, with that, it's like at first part I wasn't sure, and then it's like, oh, it brings me up, and then I hear yours, and it's like, oh, it's like cool, and then I hear you, and it's like, oh, it's like, so it's like same thing. I feel like this wave with your music. So like seriously, you guys. Like seriously, guys. I mean, I'm a one person, and he's obviously knows you guys. So seriously, you guys got some talent.